It's coming up 1819. Semi-deep. It's about 5 inches. Still in a hole. To get up to the side here. There it is. There's some old house hardware, I think. Maybe something for a window. No idea. I'll clean it up later. It's got some age to it. I'm at in 1800s. The house was built around 1825. It was knocked down in 1960. They're making the place into a solar panel farm. Before they block it all off, I'll see what's in the ground. Maybe we can get some history. I'll be back. And it came up with some crazy number like 1314, like a pull tab, which you would see on an Equinox. But I think I got an old silver plated spoon. It's folded. It would have been probably pewter since it rang up like real low, but you can see the silver plate there, so that's interesting. That's definitely old. I'd say probably around, you know, later 1700s to early 1800s. It's got that neck pattern where it would have flared out and probably had the thin or that wide thumb grip at the top. Normally they would be embossed with something, but that's pretty cool. Let me keep searching. This is coming up a beautiful 2021. Very steady, sounds nice. I bet you it's not. I don't think I got it. I see something down there. Looks rusty. Can't be though. Could it be? There it is. Any more with it? It's old, whatever it is. See if I can find more of it. Oh, there's some, I think. There's the back side of the shovel. Oh, no. There's the rest of it, I think. Ooh, stuff's brittle. Real old. Something like this. Here we go. It almost looks like a buckle. It sure looks like one. But I think it was. I think it's a broken up old sash buckle. It's really crusty and falling apart in my hand. It is thin. Reminds me of the time when I found a U.S. soldier's belt buckle from the Civil War. So I'm going to put this in my bag delicately and clean it up when I get home. Maybe I can distinguish what it really is, but it's old and brittle. Get in 1819, semi-deep, when this Equinox brings up all bars in this area. It's deep, usually. last hole I dug with a old metal tube. So there's a mixture of everything in here. But that was it. Oh, I see it. What could this be? It's an old tin. I think. Be neat if there was some writing on it. I don't know the age on this. Looks definitely old. On to the next. Unsteady signal, but it was kind of interesting when I dug it up. Definitely very old. I have no idea what it is. Could have been from an old lantern, maybe. When I get home, I'll straighten it out. Maybe there's some writing on it, but that's kind of neat. I don't know how much more of this I'm going to do. I mean, you get closer to the road, and it's bad. Real bad. I think I see a bottle dump over there, but it's closer to the road, so it's probably new. But I'll hunt a little further back here. Those rows of trees right there kind of look like the property line. I don't know how far it went. This looks like a little bit of woods here. See one of the surveyors out there, and it's kind of interesting. So this back area here might be the spot, and I'll turn this way and see what I can find. Yeah, it's tough doing live digs because every time I do a live dig, it ends up being nothing good. And then when I don't do live digs, and then I get cool stuff like this. So look at that. It looks like it might have been a hinge. I don't know, maybe not. That's a beautiful piece. Definitely from the Victorian period. I don't think there's more of it. I'll check. Ooh. Could be. Yeah, the other part of it. Did I break that? Nope. What could that have gone to? Boy, this sucker's beautiful. That'll look great in the display case. I'll paste that up, make it look nice, and so when I clean this up, I'll have a little bit more info on it. But that's a beautiful save. It's heavy too. It kind of almost feels like lead, but I don't know. I'll be back. I got a 2122. A lot of spots I've been at so far. Dug a lot of the worthless holes. The place is real trashy. You got it? Right there. We got, it looks old. Piece of copper or brass. It's got a bunch of scrapes on it. I don't know. It's definitely old. I think it's definitely brass, but mixture with a copper. I can see that deep rich green right there. Clean up later. Let's see what it is. This piece came up fairly large. It was in a hole with a square nail, but it looks like some really old deteriorated drawer hardware, sketching or so. I couldn't tell you, but it looks like it was in a fire. Looks like it kind of like got melted or so. Could be a buckle too, I don't know. There is something over here, but it's Won't know until I clean that one up. Very interesting. It's got some pattern to it. It was fairly shadowed. I mean, there's some relics here. I haven't got one coin though. I haven't got a penny, modern day, nothing. Nothing. This place is clean with any modern day coins. But you know, I grid this area a little bit. A lot of cans. I went over to that bottle dump area, and it was basically a 55-gallon drum, a couple old wells. Nothing impressive. There's an old roller over there, lawn roller, deteriorating. But I'm going to do up until that area there. I'm going to grid search this, keep with it, and see what I can find. I would suspect there's got to be more. This spot over here beyond this fence would be interesting to do, but that's off limits. This one's gone up a 24 to a 27, kind of like all over the place. I thought it was registering deep. Good Lord. Maybe try this. I might have missed it. I heard something. This is a strange one. Good Lord. Wow. Wow. The soil switches quick to clay. Look at that. Might be the GoPro messing with this. Alright, now since it's over here, the whole time I've been looking in the wrong spot. There we go. That was horrible. And that's an old buckle, I think. I can clean this somewhat. That's different. I've never found that before. That's definitely old too. Alright, this one sounds interesting. It's coming up like a quarter. Could this be my first coin here? Let's see. It's right there. See glass in a hole, that's not good. Could that be it? That can't be it. What is that? Yeah. In the clump. There we go. That's interesting. It's a wheel. An old wheel. Probably came off a toy. Or maybe an old dresser. This one's coming up at 24.25 in the old range. I hope this is it. Might have been a couple signals in this hole. Oh, there we go. Ah, very nice. Very nice. Old buckle. Old buckle. Very cool. I didn't do this one live because it sounded really crappy, but definitely something cool. Look at this. It's gotta be some old hardware of some sort. This is it right here. I had it off camera for a bit, but look at this. I didn't do this live because it sounded really bad. I didn't think it was good, but this is all within the a couple feet away from each other. A lot of stuff back here. This might have been their dump. I'm finding a lot of glass, even milk glass, old Pond's bottles and stuff. I haven't showed any of it because it's not interested in it, but that's pretty cool. A lot of relics. This is ringing up a 1213 on Equinox. And it was deep. I gotta tell you that. It's very strange. Now it's saying deeper unless they pushed it. What is this? I think I know what this is. I think this came off an old tape measure. That or was part of a hinge on a like a little cabinet, but I think it's part of a tape measure. It would open and folded like this. Interesting relic. Still no coins. You can see coal in here. Look at that. It's pretty looking. It's almost like my nails. Maybe my daughter was trying to say something. On to the next. This one's hanging up everywhere. There it is. Must be getting tiresome, all the metal I'm pulling up. A lot of nails. Ooh, a dime. I think it's a Barber or a Mercury. That's a Mercury. A 1943. That's pretty nice. See if there's any friends. I don't think so. Let me check. So there's something over here. Sounds like a penny. Not a penny. It looks like a piece off a cap gun. See enough cap gun parts. This sure does look like one. I wonder if there's more of that in here. Someone lost their cap gun and dime. There's the GoPro affecting it. But yeah, silver diamond, part of a cap gun. Alrighty. I'll explain why it rang up so weird. I've got about a half acre left. I've been gridding this here. It's like a track here from four-wheelers. So I've been gridding this. I'm going to go right up to the woods, maybe even tickle the woods a little bit, and then work my way back down this way. I'll be back. Alright, right next to the dime, I would say 4 feet away, I got what could a 20 be? Not all that deep. It's more of that cap gun. Yep. There's a K right here. See if I can find more of that. Digging up a, just bringing up a 24, 25. Sounds decent. I almost thought that was it. Nope. The rock here, or the slate, is interesting. Has weird patterns on there that only looks like it would be made by humans. But ooh, yeah, look, I knew it was a cap gun. I'm not too far away from where I found the dime. Look at that. I'll be able to get a name off of this one. Pinto. There's some writing in the front of it. I think it's just called a Pinto. Alright, so I was right. Now, while I'm grading this area, I can tell this was plowed. That's why the targets are all over the place. Some are deep, some are shallow. The bumps are still here. Might not be able to see it really with the camera very well, but it was definitely plowed for some years. I have no idea where this is. I get a blimp. That might be just a little sliver of some metal. But anyhow, it's just more cap gun part. On to the next. I just got locked up. Look at that. She's an oldie. I don't know if I got this exact same one before, but I recognize the pattern right here, and this would have been probably from the 40s. That's pretty cool. I was going to do that live, but I'm kind of like in the way of an excavator that's coming. I'm right on their main track, so I'm going to try to move on out of this way. I'm in the back area of where the house used to sit. I haven't did my return trip back to search anything, but I came up here for a break for a second to see what the railroad, because the railroad ran right beside the side of the house, and it was a double rail system. You can see where it went here, and then it went down, came back up, and there was another rail system here. So it was a double rail, and there's got to be posts around here still with insulators on them, because here's the old telegraph wire. Look how thick this is. It was a 3-wire system, or 4-wire system. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. It's kind of neat. Still here. But if you ever wanted to make some crazy money, you can come back here and recycle all this. There's got to be 100 pounds of it. You know, right now I think copper is running about $3 a pound, so that's like $300. You could probably eat nice with that. It's a nice day at Red Lobster. I might walk down this rail system a little bit and see if there's any telephone poles that are still up with insulators on them, because if there is, I'd like to take one just for a remembrance piece. Out of my collection of glass, I don't even own an insulator. Like here's an old telegraph pole here. By being so close to the ground, someone probably already scarfed up all the insulators. But you never know. What the heck is this? Bridgestone license plate holder. Yeah, see, there's the top rail. But no, it actually is rail. The top is gone. Most of it was on the other side. It's so old and rotted, I don't know. Well, I will be back. I'll do a little searching, see what I can find. This place has got a lot of garbage. Car parts, tires. Here's a poor old insulator, broken. Oh look, a rubber insulator. I take that once I get the ants out of it. Oh, it's filled with ants. I'll come back in a second for that. What the heck is this thing? Right off the rails. This telephone pole here has insulators on there, but over the years it looks like the kids have been chucking rocks at it and breaking every single one of them. Yeah, there's not one good one up there. Look at the wire that's here. That's crazy. Back in the days I used to junk. Man, it's beautiful. I love that. Look at that beautiful color. I'm going to take that one. If I find a better one, I'm going to swap out. But I want to take one of these rubber ones because I've never seen it before. I'm going to tap the crap out of it, get rid of these ants. Look at them all. Even babies in there. And they're all gone. Nice. So we got one remembrance piece of this place. Well, I ended up getting a lot of hardware too, so that's cool. A lot of relics here. I'm going to do a little bit more searching, go a little further down. Maybe I can find a pole with an insulator that's still good on it. But I got one rubber one so far. Well, I walked down the railroad tracks and I went on the other side because the poles were closer over there. So I found a few more. It was kind of the same way. It was nothing, or just a couple rubber ones on there. So I came across this peninsula that's just covered. It's corn, and in the corner here I end up finding, it looks like someone's been digging back here and looking for bottles. I haven't seen anything real old. That looks familiar when I was a kid. But remember back in the day when you used to build model cars and paint them with that little tiny square paints. Looking at some of the stuff here, doesn't seem to be extremely old. But if there was anything old here, I'm pretty sure those people would have taken it. But I did notice one thing right off the bat. A marble. It's beautiful. I'll be taking that and putting it in my marble collection unless my daughter steals it. Sometimes she, when I'm not looking, she'll see my finds and then they end up missing. That's an old wheel right there. That's from some vintage hardware right there. I'll take that. I think I got the metal effect for that. There's beer cans back here. There's modern springs, tires. I might do a little digging here. It's kind of interesting. Take a couple scoops. Oh, did I find another marble? Yep. Look at that, another marble. Yeah, it's nice, it was different too. I should really have some gloves. I love bottle digging. Let me tell you, I found some really, really nice stuff bottle collecting. This place I just found, this bottle area, is pretty interesting. I dug a little pit right there, and I pulled this plastic truck up. This must have been the wheels for it, I think. Yeah. These must have been the wheels for it. A license plate. Starting to dry up already. New York something. Oh, here's a date. I think it's in 1960 or 1969. So that pretty much dates this bottle dump, the 1960s. And I thought that when I seen it. Here's an old battery, some kind of crystal pendulum, a button. Button's not very old. Did find another marble, old house fuse, cool bottle. I think I might take that one since I can't find the insulator, right? Shotgun stamp falling apart. I'd like to know if this is a 60 or a 68. Hard to tell. I've seen these pens before when I was a kid. Grandfather used to almost looks like 68. Back might tell. Nope, 1960. It's just a goober in the middle. So it's not old enough for me to keep poking around. I did find a knife. Look at that. It's made out of plastic. Old paint. It looks like it's still good, believe it or not. It's kind of crazy. There might be milk bottles here. This goes to the top of a milk bottle. It says pasteurized right here. I'm going to take this with me and see if I can get an exact date, because they didn't keep the same tag for a very long time. It looked like some parent threw away their kid's toys here, because not only was the truck here, it looked like it was semi-good, but I ended up finding this Mickey Mouse, and it had a crank on the side of it. If you can see there's a crank here. It was a music box. It was a piece up here, and the thing would go. Look at that. Almost like to take that, but I don't know. Then this thing, I'm not sure what that went off of. I'm thinking about taking it though. I don't know if it's off of a vacuum cleaner or a hood ornament to a vehicle. What could it have been to? Strange, right? It's heavy. If anyone knows what this is, I can always come back for it. I'm just going to toss it to the side. I've got a long walk. I walked far down these tracks. Look at that Pond's bottle. Still got the cap on there. Ain't that beautiful? I'm not going to take any of this. I know where it is. Someone has been here digging before. You can tell these are... Shoot. These are almost like recent. On the way here, I did find a shovel, but this ground here's real hard, so you won't be able to really poke unless you have, you're going to need a pick, because there's big rocks in here, and then there's clothes everywhere, like lots of clothes, so the clothes make it real tough. Oh, and top of the garbage bag, see all the bags? Horrible. But I'm going to poke around a little bit. I might even take a couple swings through this mess and see if anyone's dropped anything. But bottle digging I'm done with for today. See what happens.
Well, I'm heading back to the 1800 where it was knocked down. I've went probably about a quarter mile, half mile down the tracks. All the old telegraph poles have been cut with a chainsaw, brought down to the ground, robbed of their insulators, or they're still standing. Someone shot them all. There's but there's a lot of weird stuff. What the heck is that thing? I have no idea. Old tanks of some sort. But there's everything back here. There's that bottle dump. I did go in the woods a little bit. It had tons of beer cans everywhere. I mean, this is ATV country right here. You can see the ATV tracks. They'll meet up in a section of woods and drink, have fun, and go off to another spot or something like that. I found a shovel earlier, an old kind of like weak one. It's right over there. I can see it sticking up. So I'm gonna bring that home. It was just abandoned on the tracks. You can tell it's been in the bushes for a long time. So I think almost done with this spot. I got a little bit more to do by that house. And then there's another spot down the street from it I'd like to do. Then I got another spot I'd like to do. So I seen this thing here. I want to know what the heck it was. Is that a catalytic converter? I think that's a cat. That's a cat. I'm bringing that. I'm not sure what they're worth at the junkyard, but there's stuff in them. Here's that old shovel. You can see how weak the shovel is. I don't know if it was made that way or it just started rotting and got thin. But I can use it for light duty stuff. Let me see what this thing's all about. Oh, this is a catalytic converter. Someone stole. Shot off in the woods. Oh yeah, taking that. Taking that. Woo! Someone was mad. Only an a-hole would steal someone's catalytic converter under their car. That looks like it came off a truck. Interesting. Well, I made it back to the car. I had to put the catalytic converter in the back. So I'm going to call it for this spot and I'm going to the next. I'll see you on the wrap-up. The wrap-up today's video ended up getting 10 cents. Silver mercury dime from 1943. Some hardware, might have been part of a sketch in. I don't know, make something look nicer. Interesting looking. I'm not sure what this is. Probably going to scrap pile. Looks like somebody shot it too. Look like a bullet hole right there. It's just, you know, it's not like a tuna fish can that you would have seen like in the 70s or 60s or something like that. It's made out of copper or brass. Must have had some kind of meating. It's definitely got some age. Ended up getting a buckle, a shotgun bullet, cap gun parts, a couple wheels. This one here I found at that bottle dump. This one was at the house. Shotgun stamp. This I don't know what it is. It's brass or something. It looks like there's some kind of design on it, but it could be just like scrapes from being in the ground for so long and tilled over. Because where a lot of this stuff was found was, even though it was like in the back side of the house, after the house got torn down, it was turned into farmland. So all this stuff has been plowed over like tons of times. This wasn't a buckle, I don't think. I don't know what it is. It's a perfectly, you know, rectangle size piece of pewter. It's real thin, brittle. I lost a section out of it. It's kind of weird. I don't know what it was. This thing, I don't know. This could have came off a toy. Could have been a bracelet, a tractor part. I have no clue. 3 marbles. Some glassware. This is the best insulator I could find. Clean up fairly nice. Boy, I can't wait to actually find some more. I have an idea where I could get some of these off of poles. I just got to make my way towards there. A lock. It's unidentifiable. It is, it looks like it really sat in some mucky water for a while. Old paint is still good. It's kind of unbelievable. It doesn't leak or nothing. This, I think, comes off of a window off of an old car, but I'm not 100% positive. I don't think this is a locking mechanism for a house window. I think it's from an old car. Here's the hinge piece. You can still see the wood in here. It might have came from a tape measure. I have no idea. This is interesting. It looked like something you could shove coins in there. It's a little wide for that, but maybe it went to a piggy bank. You could see where it probably cut into something thicker. And right here, this backing would have been here, and then it would have been something in the middle. I don't know. It's weird. Silver plated spoon, I didn't bother unfolding it. Maybe if it was one piece I would, but it's definitely early or probably mid 1800s the way it looks. What else? This piece here is interesting. It's definitely been melted. I'm almost thinking it's a buckle, but I'm not quite sure. Now this piece here broke off, but if I tilt it this way, it looks like a wheel. Like there's a little piece that hangs down that was holding this, and this is rounded, but it could be just the way it melted. I don't know if that's maybe a motorcycle, or I have no clue. It'll probably just go in the scrap pile. Nah. I think I'm going to keep this and just throw it in the bag. Maybe one day I'll find something similar like this, and then I'll be able to recognize it and be like, here it is. This is what it was supposed to be. I'm thinking it's a buckle. Real old metal. I think the price of the day is this right here. I know it's broken. I can repair this. You still see the crack, but I can make this one piece again. And I believe this was a lid off of a box of some sort. It's got gold on there. That would have been gold wash. And this would have been a heavy lid to like a box of some sort, like a snuff box or something. But is it beautiful or what? I mean, it's going to be nice. It's going to be a nice display piece, and it's heavy. It's real heavy. You even see the gold in the back here. It was definitely a nice piece at one time. It would have been great to find the whole box, but that's all it was left of it. And I couldn't display the most expensive find I found today. I haven't cashed it in yet, the catalytic converter. I think I'm going to go back to this spot. Having a catalytic converter and knowing that the problems in New York State, or probably worldwide, they get ripped off constantly off people's vehicles. When I looked at the catalytic converter where it sat, it wasn't just placed there. That was there for, I would say, probably a season, because when I lifted it up, I could see where the leaves were missing and there was dirt there. So someone threw that, hawked it into the bushes, probably about within 12 months or so, and never came back for it. By then, most likely the homeowner probably scrapped their vehicle or bought a new one, and there's no purpose of having a spare. So to be able to find the owner of the catalytic converter would be impossible. I'm going to cash it in. It'll be a while before this video comes out, and I'll tell you how much I got for it. I'll write it in the description. Hopefully I can get like $100 for it. I'm not quite sure what they're going for, but they gotta be worth something if people are stealing them off people's cars. But I'll share with you how much I get for it. And I'll see if maybe I can take a picture too and add it to the video. I'm not quite sure, but at least it'll be in the description how much the catalytic converter. So when I was carrying that thing, I also had to carry it across a busy street. I didn't want someone thinking I'm ripping off catalytic converters off someone's car. So I kind of luckily I found that shovel and had my metal detector. Then I had my other shovel, and I kind of wrapped it all together and threw it on my shoulder and walked across the street. Like nothing's out of the ordinary, and I threw it in the back of the truck. I wanted to leave before someone, see me with that thing. But I'm going to go back and search the perimeter. By the time I do get back there, I'm pretty sure that the solar panel farm will be finished being built, and I won't be able to go in certain sections, but I might be able to hit the side yards or the side of it. And it does have a good chunk. I didn't show in the video of the property line where the stone fence was, and the stone fence must have went all the way to the other street, but since the solar panel farm's coming in, they bulldozed it. It's all gone. All that history just wiped off the map. But I have an idea where it is and where it goes and how it squared off that little section of property. But anyhow, if you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up, and for you non-subscribers, please subscribe. I get more people watching than the actual subscribers, so please subscribe. And remember, keep it low and slow, and I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.